Yo, peoples! It's good to see you all. I see you, Ogata. I see you. It's good to see you again. Welcome back to more One Punch Man. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to One Punch Man. Last we left out on for One Punch Man, we were pretty much seeing things from the perspective of the Neo heroes, such as Raiden and Axel, and seeing how they operate while all of these increasing number of monsters keep showing up throughout the entire city. But it begs the question, and I kind of came to this thought process in our last reaction of where all these monsters are coming from, and it's so incredibly convenient that the Neo heroes get there first. But those are just theories of mine. So now we get to see what happens in chapter 222. We have made it to 222 chapters of One Punch Man. And there have been a lot of redraws. So therefore, some of the narratives have changed over the years. So let's see how this story goes. And hopefully we won't get any more. Hopefully we won't get any more redraws. So that way I don't have to redo entire chapters all over again. I really hope. But Punch 222, New Blood Part 2. Also, a bit of a warning, family's out grabbing lunch. I may need to step away in order to help bring that food in, as I tend to do. So hopefully I can get through this chapter before they come back. Punch 222, New Blood Part 2. And last we left out on, Axel basically used his battle suit to cut into a supersonic snail that was tearing through the highway. And the snail is still going despite being numerously cut into and gored by Axel. My weapon's poison is taking effect. This super fast snail is slowing down. Prepare to stab it! Poison lances at the ready! And it shows other members of Axel's, roller gang. I forget his name. His entire posse's name. They stand there with extra long lances that are also poison as Super Speed Snail starts going towards them and it's approaching like a toll booth. And then we get a shot of the city as Super Speed Snail apparently tore through the toll booth, but only managed to just literally stop like a couple of feet beyond it while having multiple lances sticking through its entire head. And of course, the rest of the gang is cheering. Every single one of them has a battle suit from Neo Heroes on. We won! We defeated a threat-level demon monster without any fatalities! Axel was right! And Axel is looking at his axe going, I ordered this axe and the lances from Neo Heroes. They're better than I expected. We'll topple any monster that comes our way. Neo Heroes appears to be serious in its mission. Perhaps they can be trusted. And already, I'm just telling you that Neo Heroes, they can't be trusted. I mean, we already know this. They can't be trusted at all. Because they're doing everything in their power to override the Heroes Association and take attention from them, take power from them, take everything from them to fulfill their own little motives. But now we cut to a different part of the city where one hero is fighting apparently 3 humans that have like tentacles coming out of their mouths and he's trying to swat them away. And, oh, wait, it's the Moon Hero. I forgot. The Moon Hero, he's swiping away the tentacles going, Run, everyone! Their threat levels are higher than reported! Threat level Tiger, Tri-Tongues. And it's 3 guys that have 3 tongues that are whipping around attacking civilians, and it gets this one hero. Those monsters are winning! That hero's barely hanging on! And then one of the heroes from the Heroes Association, the one that has like the moon crescent shape on his head, he gets grabbed by his leg going, uh-oh! But before that happens, something shoots the tentacle, allowing the hero to land on the ground. But while he's there, old missing fronts dude himself rolls up, The same dude that has like the scar over his face and the missing front teeth, the one that has like a literal mafia gang at his beck and call that's working for Neo Heroes. I forget his name. Ryoman. Was it the Ryoman gang? I think it's Ryoman. I forget. But he's there, and he basically shot the tentacle going, "Nice work, but we'll take it from here. Let me hear you make some noise!" And all of the people that are traveling with him, just going, "Whoa! That hero ate it hard! Now we swoop in for the kill!" And then the hero goes, "You came to help? Great, let's work together. Beat it." What? You're done here, so scram. We just need to prove that we can kick butt when the Hero Association loses. Thanks for failing in front of everyone. Huh? And then we cut to another part of the city where we have Child Emperor, Diabolical Emperor, and he's bringing down monsters as well. "Neo Leader Diabolical Emperor, we defeated our target monsters. Too. Good work. Take a breather, man. But we aren't even tired yet." And Child Emperor is in one of these battle suits, specifically for his size, because, he's a kid. "These battle suits are way too high spec, and Neo Heroes is distributing one to all 2,000 members. This changes everything. But one thing bothers me about these battle suits. They're more than armor. They synchronize with the wearer's nervous system, receiving bioelectric signals and reacting like artificial muscles. I glimpsed similar designs in Metal Knights in Dr. Beaufoy's laboratory. Is he connected to the battle suits? If he is, then Metal Knight has a grip on the armaments of both the Hero Association and Neo Heroes. What is he plotting? I'll take it off." And then we cut to another section. Where a member of Neo Heroes, the dude that has like the glasses, and he's all like, "Yeah, we need to do this for our commercials and everything." He's slicing a monster's head off while in front of some other heroes. "That's the assassin known as A. There's a bounty on him. Why is he fighting a monster? This is our chance to capture him." "I'm a hero for hire now, so I'm dispensing justice. Feel free to come closer, but be careful. I might have an accident while fighting evil." And he's saying that, and then we cut to another location. "Commence recording. The Neo leader Zaydats will now engage a colossal monster." Oh, so we're getting all of the major leaders of Neo Heroes. Now they're taking center stage. Let me see my chat. YouTube, let me see my chat. I want to see what people are saying. Give me a sec. Great, now I'm trying to see what you're saying, Ogata, but it won't let me. I'm trying to see. Thank you. That's nasty, not gonna lie. Ryoman's drip. I mean, he do look clean, but him being who he is just kind of takes it down a notch. But we're getting all of the leaders of Neo Heroes coming in fighting monsters. Commence recording. The Neo leader Zaydats will now engage a colossal monster and thereby show company employees how to confront adversity. I poured 200 billion yen into this one-of-a-kind battlesuit and supplementary armor. 915 employees pressed to like. Activating battle mode. This dude has literal mechanics. Has literal mechanical parts lighting a cigarette in his battlesuit. If everyone else's battlesuits are commonplace passenger vehicles, mine is a custom-built sports car or a space shuttle. Then it cuts to black, and then it cuts to Zaydats literally being crushed to death. Unable to escape.
Severe damage. Disengage.
Help!
Microphone malfunction. Communications inoperative. Severe damage. Disengage. Unable to escape. Unable to escape. 4 employees pressed like.
Don't want to die. Threat level demon. Meatball Kone Kone.
Unable to escape. Unable to escape.
And literally, one of their leaders is being crushed in his own battlesuit. Dude was standing there saying, like, allow me to show these employees how a real fighter fights. And this will increase morale. This will increase profitability. While everyone else has commonplace passenger vehicle battlesuits, mine is a custom-built sports car, or even a space shuttle.
2 minutes later.
I don't want to die! I don't want to die! I don't want to die! Literally being crushed to death.
That monster's got our leader! What do we do?
What's happening to him? I can't quite tell. Should we go help? He insisted on handling this himself, and said he'd let us know if he needed help. Great prophet! Magnificent Infernishnave! Infershnave! No response. Wow. Zaydats is being crushed to death. Infershnave literally has a hole in his chest. I can't believe Infershnave's paranormal powers were no use.
Where'd the monster go? It ignored us and went away.
Don't leave us alone, Infershnave! The prophet must have reincarnated in another world. This is what happens when you get fake heroes trying to enter into the world of real heroes. This is what happens when you get Syndrome entering into the world of supers. People who don't have powers, who don't have experience, and their only value is in their influence and in their money. Now they're being put to the test, and Invershnave, the dude that started a whole religion and had millions and millions of people at his beck and call, that McCoy was so proud to present, now lies dead in a pool of his own blood with a hole in his chest. And Zaydats, literally one of their, if not their biggest financial backer, is literally being crushed to death in his own suit. You see, when you get imposters mixed in with the real heroes, now the fakes are being shown. I can't believe Infershnave's paranormal powers were no use.
Where'd the monster go? It ignored us and went away.
Don't leave us alone, Infershnave! The prophet must have reincarnated in another world. And we get 2 other people who are in battle suits, and they're just watching from a distance. The monster pierced Infershnave's battlesuit. That means the suits can't defeat every opponent. We should leave the greatest threats to combat-oriented Neo heroes. And then someone comes in, and it's Metalbat, literally beating one of these monsters. But the thing is, the difference between... This is it right here. This is the chapter that should let everyone know that the only real heroes are the ones from the Hero Association. Because this chapter ends with Metalbat just easily beating a monster while he's wearing this battlesuit. Mind you, he doesn't need it. Metalbat is fully capable of defeating these monsters on his own without a battlesuit. The only person that was able to... it's crazy how the only ones that were able to deal with monsters without issue are the people from the Heroes Association where real heroism was shown. Now, mind you, Ryomen's group, he didn't exactly beat the monster. He just shot off the tentacle that was, wrapping up the other hero. What is it, Crescent Moon? I think the Crescent Moon hero. But we don't actually see Ryomon and his group actually beat a monster. The only people who actually beat monsters are the ones whose leaders are from the Heroes Association. Everybody else, so far, except for Ryomon, because we don't see the end result of that, everyone else has died. Zaydat's crushed, literally getting crushed in his own suit. And none of the people who have battle suits are going to help him because he says, I don't need help, I'll let you know. And they're just standing there watching as their very own leader, top leader for Neo Heroes, that we literally just got introduced to not too long ago in chronological time, not too long ago since we've been introduced to him, getting crushed in his own suit. Not only that, but a monster came and killed Inferschnave and then left. But the only people who have remained alive and the only people who were able to see the death of the monsters they were fighting were essentially people who were at the Heroes Association first. Because Child Emperor's group is good. They killed their monster. Axel killed one. He's good. The one dude, but he's an assassin. So it kind of doesn't surprise me that he managed to kill a monster. He killed one. Mind you, other heroes see that he's a wanted criminal, but he's all like, yeah, by all means, come closer, but I might have it might cause an accident if you get too close while I'm dispensing justice. So, he's fine, but that doesn't surprise me. But everyone else who we haven't seen any physical capabilities of, and they've only been introduced because of what they bring financially or influence-wise to the table, they're dead already. They're dead. Love the Bond villain voice you give Zaydats, and yeah, the fake heroes thought they were the MCs, and they're getting done up. Feels like we're right back where we started. The A-class heroes got outshined by the C-class heroes in the bodysuit. However, the S-class heroes beat Meatball. S-class hero beat Meatball Kone, and he's an op too. See, my thing is, these individuals tried to show up and show off. And in no time at all, they literally been murdered. One of them is all severe damage, disengaged, unable to escape, while this meatball is literally just crushing Zaydats in its hands. And then Inferschnave has been killed, and his followers are surrounding him going like, great prophet, magnificent Inferschnave! And then we have Metalbat just showing off that these heroes, these A-class heroes and S-class heroes, they are fully strong on their own. They don't need the battlesuits. Child Emperor, however, has noticed that there is some uniqueness to the battlesuits that remind him of Dr. Beaufoy, Metal Knight. So there's the assumption that Dr. Beaufoy has hands in both the technology of both the Heroes Association and that of Neo Heroes. And we don't know what Beaufoy's end goal is. We do know, however, that he's trying to keep tabs on Saitama to learn why he's so strong. Of course, there is no machine in this world that is capable of replicating the strength of Saitama. But what I love about this was, I honestly, when I saw that this chapter was about to come up, the first thing that popped into my head is, it's kind of nice how we're having all of these little side stories of the Neo Heroes and everything that's going on with them before we get back to the main plot and to the meat and potatoes of the matter. But here, we have these so-called heroes, being shown that it takes a lot more than just influence and money and bravado and cockiness to get you through these fights. Oh, my suit is so sophisticated. Bruh, your suit didn't do anything. You are literally getting crushed to death in that very same suit. And then the other one, just already dead. Just already dead. And the only people who are really left is just the people who are physically capable of fighting. Just, and then Child Emperor, Metalbat, and then Axel. People who have been with the Heroes Association that are used to combat. Because quite a few of these people in Neo Heroes have absolutely no idea what it's like to actually be in combat. Zaydats literally had little arms that propped up his cigar and lit it for him, saying, like, if I go back to this dude, this man said the Neo leader Zaydats will now engage a colossal monster and thereby show company employees how to confront adversity. I poured 200 billion yen into this one-of-a-kind battlesuit and supplementary armor. And he does stuff for the likes and for the attention. If everyone else's battlesuits are commonplace passenger vehicles, mine is a custom-built sports car or a space shuttle. And then it just cuts to him pleading for help as he's being crushed to death. Family just got home with food. Let me help bring that in. We'll talk more. Let me come back. All right, I'm back. So, what I like about this chapter is that it's showing the Neo heroes that all these leaders who have been propped up to be the best of the best. Oh, we have these battle suits that have helped us take on all of these fights, yada yada. And now we have the leaders, literally the one that everyone who has a battle suit on is looking towards. And now they're seeing, wow, these suits can't beat every monster. Because as far as they know, these battlesuits give them even more power. But what does that matter when the monsters are stronger than the things that you have been relying on? See, this is what I mean. This is what I said last time we had a chapter when I said that people in Neo Heroes are going to be using these battlesuits so much that they're going to become a crutch. And because they don't have any real strength behind fighting monsters outside of using these battlesuits, if they can't use them and it's not capable of defeating monsters, they have no chance. Zayda's getting crushed during the Neo Hero ad promo. Shameful. It is. But I said it. I said in the last chapter reaction. I said that they're going to rely on these battlesuits so much to the point where they're going to come across a foe or something bad is going to happen where now they can't rely on the battle suits just being simply giving them a boost in order for them to get through, defeating all of these monsters. And one other thing to take note of in this chapter was I was kind of wondering if it was going to be mentioned or maybe even alluded to that these monsters showing up was a result of McCoy, because back then when McCoy was still part of the Monster Heroes Association, he had underground dealings of selling monsters to different people every now and again. So my assumption is that all of these monsters have been released just so it can show off how capable Neo Heroes actually is, while making the Hero Association look bad. But if that was the case, this is actually backfiring, because now they literally just got these people. They literally just got these people. We got introduced to them, what they do, what they offer to Neo Heroes, and now they're dying. So the only leaders we have left is essentially Metal Bat, Child Emperor, Ryomon, Blue, and Webby Gather. They just lost their I want to say they just lost their biggest financial backer for the entirety of Neo Heroes, because if you look at the panel where Meatball Kone Kone is crushing Zaydats, he is literally bleeding through his suit. Sorry, corner eye itches, must scratch. Do you think Metal Bat and Child Emperor got promoted to Neo Hero leaders after Infershnave and Zaydats defeated to Zaydats defeat to save face? No. Because I feel this was happening all at the same time. Because we're cutting to different parts of different cities where all these leaders are fighting. So I don't think they've been promoted to leaders, because we get Child Emperor being shown off before Infershnave and Zaydats. Before Infershnave and Zaydats are shown. Metal Bat is shown at the end to showcase, hey, combat-oriented heroes are pretty much the best people to have in these battlesuits. But no, I don't think Metal Bat and Emperor were both promoted to fill in the space for Infershnave and Zaydats. Infershnave and Zaydats have just died in different cities, while both Emperor and Metal Bat are out there already. Because this is all happening at the roughly about the same time. All across, because it doesn't show that time has passed between, Infershnave and Zaydats have been killed. This has pretty much taken place all across the cities over the course of like a day or so. All over these different cities. So no, while Emperor, sorry, I meant to say, do you think they will? Okay, so that's what you meant. If that's the case, I would not be surprised if they did. If they promote them to leaders. I thought they were already leaders, though. I thought they were already leaders. Was I wrong? Please forgive me if I was. If they weren't already leaders, they're more than likely going to be promoted to leaders now that they lost Zaydats and Infershnave. Because Zaydats isn't walking away from this. He is literally being crushed to death in this suit to the point where his blood is literally coming through the suit itself. So Zaydats and Infershnave, they're gone. They're more than likely, Infershnave, obviously, he's got a hole in his chest. Maybe he reincarnated in another world, but no. But yeah, I feel like they'll probably get promoted. That's how I feel. And I know Raiden was out there, and Raiden is pretty much the only one who's not wearing a battle suit. He is literally the only person from him and Ryomon, they're the only ones who are not wearing battle suits. But Ryomon, he's literally having his whole crew run in and take care of everything. He's not leading the charge. He's just telling them, yeah, go show them what to do. Yeah, let's show them. Let's show these Hero Association bums how we do things. But he's not at the front. He's not the person leading the charge. He's telling everyone else to charge while he's at the back where it's safe. But Raiden and Ryomon are the only ones who are not wearing battle suits. Raiden doesn't need it. Because, he's just strong enough on his own without it. And I do believe Suryu, he isn't wearing one as well, though I could be wrong. No, he's not wearing one either, because he basically burst out of the one he was in, and now he's in debt to them. But Everyone else using battle suits, some of them have noted that the monster pierced Inferschnave's battlesuit. So Inferschnave was wearing his battlesuit underneath his robes, and the monster killed him. The monster killed him straight through the suit. So the suit itself is not invulnerable, it's not invincible. I mean, if someone like Suryu is capable of just simply flexing and making the suit fall apart, it's way more fragile than people think. Think about that for a second. This suit, which is meant to enhance a person's power, cannot contain someone who is stronger than the suit, which means that the suit itself has vast limitations. And with those vast limitations, it means that there are weaknesses with the suit that monsters can exploit. These suits that were seen to give people more power, more durability, a better chance of surviving, literally one of the leaders was killed while wearing this suit. If a leader from Neo Heroes cannot survive an encounter with a monster, and the thing is, it's just one wound. Just one wound, just in the chest. If a single hit is enough to bring down a squad leader of Neo Heroes, no one else under them is safe. And the only ones who can truly survive are the ones who actually have experience in active combat, which Metal Bat showcases by just basically blowing off the face of one other monster. But yeah, one of them, a couple of the Battlesuit Brigade dudes go, the monster pierced Inferschnave's battlesuit. That means the suits can't defeat every opponent. We should leave the greatest threats to combat-oriented Neo Heroes. And they're standing there sweating bullets because they're just on the outskirts witnessing one of their own leaders get killed just pretty much almost instantly, with no difficulty whatsoever. So only those who have combat experience can hope to come out of a fight alive with these battlesuits on. And I say this again, and mind you, Metal Bat isn't fighting a meatball Kone Kone. He's fighting some sort of other lizard creature, but just literally blowing its face off with his bat. The faults in Neo Heroes is showing. And if Zaydats was, promoting himself openly, and then he's being crushed to death, it's not going to look good on Neo Heroes. Because now people are going to be wondering, well, your leader died and he was wearing that battlesuit, so why should I trust you? So it shows that there are some cracks in the armor of Neo Heroes. And I cannot wait to see how worse it gets for them. Because if I look this up, and I'm not going to do it on my laptop here because it'll slow things down. Neo Heroes, One Punch Man. Yeah, so the leaders are A, Axel, Blue, Inferschnave, Metal Bat, Raiden, Ryuman, Suryu, Webbygather, Child Emperor, and Zaydats. They just lost Inferschnave, and Zaydats is being crushed to death. So that only leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of the 11 they had, wait, no. No, oh, I knew it. I knew they were already leaders. Metal Bat and Child Emperor were already leaders because McCoy appointed them. McCoy appointed them when we were getting introduced to everyone, and even the chapters when we got introduced to Blue being Blast's son. So Child Emperor and Metal Bat are already leaders. They're already leaders. So they just lost 2 of their leaders already. So now they're just down to 9 leaders now. Yeah, I knew it. I knew I was... oh, my bad. No, you're fine. I had to remember for myself. Because I was like, wait, if they were being introduced to all these different leaders, then that would mean Metal Bat and Child Emperor were promoted to leaders as well when we got introduced to them, when we were seeing them for the first time. So no, the whole prospect of them being promoted, I mean, I don't think we're going to need to worry about that because they're already leaders. They're already leaders. But I feel like this is bad for the Neo Heroes themselves because their own leaders are dying already. Their own leaders are dying. Now, if I go over to Zadats, Zadats was its first financial investor. The first financial investor of Neo Heroes. Now, if I go to Infershnave is a founder of the Church of Otherworldly Reincarnation. Let's see, sometime before the Neo Heroes saga, Infershnave created the Church of Otherworldly Reincarnation, which was extremely popular and attracted over 3 million followers. As a founder of the Church of Otherworldly Reincarnation, Infershnave reportedly possesses divine power, although what this means is unknown as of yet. The site hasn't been updated to show that Infershnave doesn't have any powers, he just has a lot of talk. You know, like televangelists. Oh, with the power of God, I command this poison to come out your body. Person that I did not speak to before this service started and secretly planted in the midst of the congregation to showcase this power that I don't have, using God's name to gain your finances in the hopes that you will just fall from my ploy. That is literally Infershnave. He has no power whatsoever and literally died as soon as he went out to fight. So it's like I said, and I'll end it with this because I got food and I want to eat it. There is a difference between real heroes and heroism and real power and perpetrating being a hero. Because you got people who are just straight up power incarnate. You know, Blast and Flashy Flash and Pig God and Terrible Tornado and you have formerly Metal Bat, Child Emperor, Super Alloy Black Luster before he became Super Alloy Deep Depression. You got all these real heroes who actually do hero work, who are actual real heroes. And then you have neo heroes who are trying to steal the limelight for what purpose is still unknown. And now you got your own leaders dying because you were just so sure that what you were doing was just a bona fide win and that nothing could stop you. You've lost 2 of your leaders. One is being crushed to death. The other is already dead. And all that time they spent using Webby Gather to gather more people for Neo Heroes, and they just lost their leaders. People that don't have any combat experience. That are just there to just fill in space. This is like having the richest person in the world going into a combat situation and expecting him to win this battle simply because he's rich enough to do whatever he wants. Rich enough to do whatever he wants except survive, apparently. So that's where we're at now. That's interesting. So it shows that the Neo Heroes can fail. And it's so bad because I would not be surprised if they try to paint the picture of, oh, these monsters are really, really strong. No, the people you had were just weak. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to manipulate the news and manipulate media to make it seem like, oh, this was just a fluke. This was just an accident. This isn't how things normally go. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to manipulate the narrative to make things seem like, oh, things are still going good for Neo Heroes. Oh, we still got benefits. We got dental. We got good life insurance. Don't worry about our 2 leaders, our 2 top dogs, dying. Not too long after this entire organization has formed. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hasn't even been a full year, let alone several months since Neo Heroes has been up, and already 2 of their leaders are gone. Oh, I cannot wait to see just how bad things get for Neo Heroes. But other than that, I think I covered everything I wanted to say about One Punch Man. I am still surprised we have not cut over to find out where Amai Mask is. But I feel like we're going through the whole Neo Hero stint right now because there are some check marks they need to go through, such as like seeing what the entire organization is doing. I really hope we get a chapter in March that has us seeing McCoy and what he's actually doing, and like the whole purpose of him betraying the Hero Association and doing what he's doing for Neo Heroes right now. I'm curious as to his motive for doing all of this. Because we've seen him say, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get all the dirt I can on the Hero Association and then turn it against them. But we don't know why. So I hope we see that in either the next chapter or the next series of chapters that we get. So we'll see. But Ogata and everyone else, thank you for tuning in to today's reaction of One Punch Man. I'm gonna eat me some lunch, and then I got some things to do because the newest and latest update for Monster Hunter Wilds is out, so I'm gonna do a video and get that out to you guys before the day is through. And then Thursday will be Hunter x Hunter, and then we continue with more Code Vein after, because I incorrectly thought that Monster Hunter's update would come out tomorrow, but it's actually out today. So we'll have more time for Code Vein 2 tomorrow. But all I can say to everyone is just thank you. Thank you for your patience, even if I have to step away for certain things. Thank you just for being here. Ogata, thank you for being one of the most wonderful moderators I've ever had during my entire stint of doing YouTube. I greatly appreciate you. To everyone else, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Even check out the Patreon because there's loads of free stuff for you over there. Because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.